Okay, so the first thing that I really love about China, and I'm gonna clip over to when I actually shot the video, but the first thing I really love about China, and that's on my mind because we just went through Chinese New Year, is fireworks. So let me share a little bit about fireworks in China. All right, so one of the things that I just love about China is Chinese New Year and the fireworks. And you see in the background the guys are playing with the fireworks. In a minute, I'm gonna go across the street to the tiny little supermarket and I'll show you the level of fireworks you can buy for roughly $8 to $10 US. And it's like every childhood dream come true. When I was a kid, if we got black cats, we were lucky. And I mean, here you can buy legitimate fireworks. I'm gonna run across the street. I'll go over there and show you the stuff they have available, and I'll buy a couple, and then tonight we'll set them off when it's dark out. Pretty sure he could just do this all day long, because I know I could. Yeah. So one thing I should note though before I go over here is in our city, usually at night, I'll show you the little Chaoshis across the street right there, the little blue or the green sign. Usually at night, the night of Chinese New Year, I mean, it is just an insane amount of fireworks. It feels like a war zone. Every year, we've always kind of dreaded it and looked forward to it. And this year, it was completely silent. They banned fireworks in our city, and people obeyed. I mean, it was like, you'll get a fine, we'll take your ID card away. I mean, serious penalties for people lighting out fireworks, so nobody did it. But in these small towns out by the children's home, you can still get the fireworks, and you can buy them right at the local place. There's not like a legal firework place to buy from. You just buy them from the local, it's called a Chaoshi, local supermarket, but it's not a supermarket. It's more like a convenience store. These are some of the things you can buy. A pack of these. These are like the quarter sticks of dynamite. I think this is an eighth of a stick of dynamite. Each one, and you can get 10 of them for $3.10. These ones those are the ones Mac's playing with right now. They're less than $1 per bag. And then these are all the little fountains and stuff. These are just massive things of black cats that just like the machine gun sound. Just tons. These are massive sparklers. That's another thing of black cats. That one is about $3 or $4. So the prices are so low compared to what we are used to paying. Okay, so we've started lighting off some of these, and I'm gonna show you one that the one that I said was 2 yuan each, so like about 35 or 40 cents each. Hang on, I'll show you this. Okay, so it has a boom, and then it's gonna be up in the air. Oh, it's so loud. All right, so before I show you the grand finale, which is coming up, I have to tell you kind of a funny story about the firework that you just saw, the one that has a boom and then goes up in the air and explodes again. So one of the boys from the home bought a bunch of them. I didn't actually buy them, and he had them in a bag. So he pulled one out and he said, "Do you want to try this one?" And I was like, "Well, I just light it and throw it." And he's like, "Yeah, sure, try." But what I didn't realize he was saying in Chinese was like, "That's not really the way you do it, but you could try it." So I didn't know that you're supposed to stick it in the ground and point it up and light it, and it shoots up in the air and explodes. So you can imagine, I light this thing and I throw it. So now it's like flying through the air, and then it goes boom, and I think, oh, that's not a very big explosion. And then all of a sudden, as it goes boom, I can kind of see this thing trailing off towards, there's these dog kennels and a factory on the other side of the wall of the children's home, trailing off there, and then all of a sudden, boom, a huge explosion. And I was like, "James, you didn't tell me that has 2 explosions." He's like, "Yeah, it shoots it up and then explodes." I said, "Why'd you let me throw it?" He's like, "Well, you asked if you could throw it," and I said, "Try." I didn't know what would happen. I said, what if it came back towards us and exploded in our face?" He's like, "Oh yeah, maybe I didn't know it could do that." I was like, "Oh my gosh." So now you know why, just a disclaimer, why China has banned these in the city. They're dangerous. I mean, at the end of the day, fireworks are dangerous, and you have a lot of people, especially young guys like James, who go and buy them. They're cheap. They can buy a ton of them, and they start chucking them or throwing them or pointing them in different places, thinking it's funny, and people get hurt. So I do understand why they don't want them in the city. In our development, there's 50,000 people in that small. If you were to walk around our entire development, it would take about 1 mile around the block, maybe a little bit less than a mile. So you know, I mean, that's a lot of people in a small area shooting off fireworks. But okay, so here's the grand finale. I don't know if I say it in the video, but I spent roughly $35 on these 3 boxes of fireworks. These are actually smaller ones. I've bought a bigger box for like $50 that will do about the same, but bigger and louder fireworks. So this was what we could get at the local place nearby, and it's a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoy this, and now you get to enjoy the grand finale of the fireworks at the end here. All right, not very impressive, but here we go. 3 boxes, and I got them all close here. See if we can get them all 3 lit at once. It's gonna be tricky, but I think I can do it.